I gave Luke a call yesterday. I heard on the Fan 590 that he might be coming to Tampa, but I guess we'll have to wait and see till the draft.
Luke, what did you think about that whole hoo-ha? You got a phone call from Brian Burke?
Yeah, this guy tries calling me and says, hey, my GM called me to ask what type of guy you are and stuff. He wants to know about you, but yeah, no, Brian Burke called me and said you're not getting traded.
I'd rather, obviously probably not hear the rumors. I'm happy being here in Toronto and being a Toronto Maple Leaf. So, I want to, spend a long time here, and I love it here and help the team move forward.
It's comforting to know that you found out from Brian Burke versus like maybe one of us here.
Yeah, I got a call and it was an unknown number, so I answered it and, hey, this is Brian Burke calling. I'm like, oh, what could go on here? So he never really called me before, and he just told me that it's not true, and he said that, he says I'm a part of things moving forward here in Toronto, and says if anyone asks you, you're not getting traded, so don't even worry about it.
Were fears kind of go in your mind when it was Brian Burke, like you said?
No, I'm not too worried. I just, I never really heard any of the rumors coming back here to Toronto. When I was overseas, a couple guys heard, that the rumor, I think it was on TV somewhere, and they were asking me about it, but you really can't let it bother you, else it's, there's really nothing you can do about it. So hearing rumors, that's all they are, is just rumors. And, like I said, he called and said, if anyone asks, you're not getting traded. So that's all I need to hear.
Are you quickly finding out what it's like to have life in the NHL where your name comes up in trade rumors and this kind of thing? You've only been in here for a year.
Oh, I think it's kind of funny that, that it's stories being made up. So, if I was going to get rattled and worry about it, then, that could be pretty stressful. But, I knew coming to Toronto there'd, be rumors, and there always is. Even when you're not part of the organization, and when you grow up watching Toronto, there's tons of things that go on that that probably aren't true. It's just it's all part of it, and I just kind of sit back and laugh about it sometimes. That's all you got to do.
The thing with this one though, Luke, is that Tampa made it known they asked for you specifically.
It doesn't matter. Brian Burke said I'm not getting traded, so I don't have to worry about it.
How reassuring is that for you? To have had that call from Brian?
Yeah, like I said before, I just heard when I was overseas that there's a couple of rumors floating around, something about getting traded or whatever with him, want to move up spots at the draft or whatever they're going to do. But I came back here and I didn't hear anything, and actually Steven Stamkos called me and said, hey, I just heard on the radio you're coming to Tampa Bay, and he made a GM saying, hey, my GM called me to ask what type of guy you are. So, and I was like, oh, funny. And then Brian called me literally probably 2 minutes later. So then, he just said that you're not getting traded, and if anyone asks, tell them I told you that.
Would it take the sting out a little bit if you somehow did get dealt and you went to Tampa? A guy like Steven, you guys are tight. Would that make any difference?
I'm not going to worry about being traded right now. I'm playing with, I'm happy playing with Steven in the World Championships and with Team Canada, and I'm happy being a Toronto Maple Leaf, and love to be here for a long time.
What do you take out of the experience of the World, not playing much, but just being around that sort of atmosphere, Luke?
Yeah, a young guy, it's obviously at the end of the day the goal to win a gold medal, but just to go over there and experience playing with some of the top NHL players from Canada, and playing with guys like Heatley and Shane Doan and Marty St. Louis and Shea Weber and guys like that. It's a great experience, and just to be around them and learn from them, and even though maybe you're still part of the team, maybe not getting as much ice time, but you're still part of it. And if you would have told me at the beginning of the year that I'd be in the World Championships in the NHL, I wouldn't have believed you. So it was just a great experience, and anytime you get the chance to play for Team Canada, it's a great honor, and it's awesome to be there.
How different was that experience, though, with a year of NHL experience under your belt as opposed to going when you were just a junior?
Yeah, last time I played with Team Canada, it was at the World Juniors, and there's scouts from around the league trying to watch you get into the NHL, and now you're there as an NHL player, and it's hard to believe that. Last year I remember watching the World Championships and thought, wow, how cool would that be if you could be there one day. And obviously you want to make the playoffs, and you want to succeed in the NHL and play deep in the NHL playoffs, but that didn't work out this year. So as soon as you got the call from Team Canada, that's you're through the roof how happy you are and to represent Canada.
Your competitor kind of a chance to maybe get away from this kind of circus?
Pardon me?
Going back home, is that going to be a good chance to get away from the circus, maybe not hear the trade rumors day to day?
I don't think it's a circus. Like I said, I don't really worry about it because you can't. And there's so many different opinions out there, and things that people want to talk about. But I just hear things. I don't really look into them too much. And if I was going to worry about all that, then you'd have a lot of worries in the world. So no, it's just kind of sit back and think, that's pretty funny that they made it up. But no, it's I guess it's not going to happen. And I love Toronto, and I'd love to be here for a long time.
It's tough as a competitor, though. You're a guy who played 25 minutes in the NHL, so you're used to playing. And that you're also a guy who understands the hierarchy of these things and how you got to work your way up. But did you find it sort of difficult not to play as much as you wanted, even though you understood how this was going to work?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you'd love to be on the ice, and that's just part of being a competitive person. And, I think if you ask any hockey player, everyone wants to compete and do their best. But, I mean, that's a totally different thing, I guess, when you get the chance to represent Team Canada. I mean, ever since I played under 18, the first thing when you walk in the door for tryouts, they say, doesn't matter if you're a first-line player on your club team. You might come to Team Canada. You might be a fourth-line player that turns into a checking role. Whatever you do for Team Canada, that's the part you play, and you don't complain at all. It's just you're trying to help there and do whatever you can to hopefully win it all at the end. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for us this year, but. That's what guys were saying after the game. We worked just as hard for the silver as we did for the gold, and we just fell short. So, all in all, it was a great experience, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Did you get a chance a little bit, Luke? Because the regular season goes so fast when you're a rookie, and the days fly by. Because so much is happening, and you're working on so much. Did you get a chance to sort of savor and enjoy the season when you were in Europe? And I know you had a tournament to prepare for there too, but the pace is a little bit less frantic. And did you get a chance to sort of try to analyze and understand what happened to you all through the year?
Not really. I wasn't really sitting back thinking about kind of what happened here throughout the year. I mean, you're still playing hockey, and it's a different tournament, and you're worried about that now. But actually, I just kind of thought about it flying back into Toronto from Switzerland, and it's like, wow, this is pretty cool. Coming back, Toronto kind of feels like home now a little bit, playing with little Maple Leafs and coming downtown and seeing the Air Canada Centre, and it's like, wow, this is pretty cool. You play in that rink with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and there's hype around them all the time, and people really care about it around here. So it definitely feels a lot more welcoming now, and a lot more comfortable I'm with.
Can I also ask you about the connection you have with guys on Team Canada, guys you played World Junior with? I mean, we forget that really there's two orbits for the hockey player in Canada. There's one the team they play for, but there's that sort of second orbit, that the World Juniors and playing at the Worlds and stuff. You have a second set of teammates, not as important, and you don't spend as much time with them, but you have that second orbit too as a hockey player playing for Canada.
Yeah, that's the neat thing about playing with Team Canada. I mean, just it starts in junior when you play in your club team in junior, and then you go Team Canada, you play with guys from all over the CHL, and guys who you play against, and you get the chance to meet other guys. And same thing now at the NHL level too. It's you get to meet players that you compete against all the time and play against, and kind of get to know them on a different level, and come together and play on the same team and have the same goal in mind. So it's a different experience, but it's pretty cool to get to know different hockey players throughout the league, and I've been pretty fortunate that way.
And the last question, you got a couple of guys from Toronto area playing that are on this podium today, and here you are, a guy from Saskatoon playing for the Leafs, and they have a lot of little kids dreaming about playing for the Leafs. Just sense that there's, I don't want to say envy because they got great situations too, but do you see the situation where you're playing, where they grew up and wanted to play, and you're a kid from Saskatoon?
To be honest, obviously, you don't get to pick where you get drafted, but real lucky, and I couldn't have dreamt a better place, and dreamt of playing for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I feel very fortunate and lucky, but I know at the same time, I'm sure they're happy where they are too. And growing up as a kid, at the end of the day, you got your favorite teams, but it's at the end of the day, it's to make the NHL, and I know that they're happy where they are too.
Thanks, Kate.
All right, thanks.